Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, run it back. Run it up, then run it back.
Good day, happy Thursday. Welcome to Run It Back. I am Michelle, Boogie, Lou Will. Chandler Parsons is out sick, so we hope he feels a lot better. We have a big Kentucky day ahead of us. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
You're basically going to drive this entire thing as soon as John Wall and Coach Cal.
Y'all buckle up, man.
We're taking the training wheels off today,
We're gonna chill out and watch.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be a good day.
Game day.
It's gonna be a good day. So before they get on, we do have a little bit of basketball to discuss. We had some games last night, some interesting ones going on. Golden State out in San Antonio. Warriors with a big win, a comeback win, as a matter of fact, 125-120. Steph finishes with 46, but he had 22 of those points, I should say, in the third. His 41st career 20-point quarter. It was like he was there, and then all of a sudden he was really there. Jimmy Butler, 28, he was 9 of 12. This all coming on the heels of Draymond Green sort of making some public comments, which made it feel like they were definitely going to get the win, and they did. It's a big win. Kind of weird to say that about a San Antonio team, so I'm excited about that. But Steph reminding the world that he's still there. And what did you see from Steph last night as far as championship contending?
I mean, honestly, I was waiting on this game all season. This is kind of not a normal thing to see Steph kind of go through struggles early on. Still play rather decent, early on, but we've been waiting on one of these big electric games like this, and, he came out and performed against one of the better teams in the league right now. So, great win for the Warriors. They've kind of hit a rough spot with not necessarily winning games the way they expected to, but this was a huge win for them. Obviously, they need this momentum to keep moving forward, so I'm pretty sure they're happy in that locker room, especially with, kind of the things that have happened in
some recent
days. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
not
weird.
really, and it's hard to kind of understand it.
It feels like accountability. Yeah, we don't really overreact when we hear Draymond call out his teammates in the little undertones, because to me that's accountability. Like when you have a championship pedigree leader like a Draymond, you tend to listen when he has something to say. Like, it's not his style to call his teammates out or to make waves in the public that doesn't have anything to do with Draymond. You know what I mean? So when he says something, you tend to listen to him. And these guys usually respond when he does say something. And I felt like that last night was one of those. Like, them old dogs, they still got some fight left in them. And one thing we never disputed about the Golden State Warriors, they can hoop. They have guys that know how to play basketball, and they're going to play basketball the right way, high IQ guys. And so seeing where they are in the rankings right now, they're still a dangerous team because at any given moment they can figure it out. They know how to micromanage a season. They know how to set certain goals going into every month of the season to make sure they're in a particular situation. So this was a great quality win for them. And San Antonio did them favors. Wemby goes out, has 8 turnovers.
Yep.
De'Aaron Fox has 6 turnovers. These are your leaders. So even though Castle and Wemby both have triple doubles, when you give Steph Curry 14 extra possessions to beat you and end up beating you by a 5-point game, that's where the numbers land to me.
That is interesting to me. And by the way, they do play each other again tomorrow, which is a cup game, so that'll be another fun watch there. But obviously the Spurs are a very young team, and these types of moments, especially against, as you guys mentioned, a team with that kind of a pedigree and players with that kind of a pedigree, like, what do you learn as a young player from a game like last night from a Spurs perspective? I mean,
exactly what, Lou said, the importance of each possession. Those turnovers down the stretch, those type of things that, they may seem simple in the moment, but then towards the end of the game, you realize how catastrophic those possessions are, and they result in a loss. So it's a learning experience, a learning curve for this young team, and this is exactly what they need. They went against a championship veteran team that's been there time and time again, and it showed. The experience showed against the youth in this game. So great learning experience for the Spurs. I look forward to the next matchup because
I do too.
I think this Spurs team will come out with a lot of fire. I do believe they'll want this type of game back. They probably feel like they were supposed to win this one. So I think this next game will be even better.
But because they competed, right? They kept putting themselves in a position to get back in this ball game. But then when you turn the ball over again, Steph Curry too dangerous to give him extra possessions to beat you.
Yeah.
Like it was one, he missed a 3-pointer, great opportunity for them to go down and get a score. Instead, they give up an offensive rebound, give him a second opportunity. And Steph Curry is not going to miss 2 3-pointers in a row. And that was the dagger that put them down. And so like Boogie said, All of these things are learning experience for the San Antonio Spurs. These guys are going to get better and better. And as they get older, as they get more mature and they start to create some of that chemistry that we've already seen, they'll learn how to take care of that basketball. Like Fox is a veteran guy. He's going to have days where he's efficient with the basketball. His assist to turnover ratio is going to be more in his favor, more than nights like he had last night. So it was just one of those nights, and the Warriors, they benefited from it.
We briefly touched on what Draymond said, 2 days ago now, I guess, talking about how when Jimmy Butler got there, it felt like the whole team was all about winning, and that was what the main goal was. And right now, it does not feel that way, which I think most people who've been watching sports for a while were like, oh, Warriors are going to win tonight. Because that feels like one of those after you fire a coach or after somebody says something. Is this just Draymond's thing that is that to someone specific? There were a lot of theories floating around yesterday. Kuminga then goes to the bench. Like, who is that for? And does this just have to happen periodically to work?
I didn't view his comments as it being specifically for anybody. I think that was a message to the team.
Okay.
And obviously, people are going to try to dissect it and read between the lines and come up with their own assumption. But that was a message to the team, and obviously the team heard the message. They came out and beat a really good young Spurs team. So Draymond, that's Draymond's role. Obviously, Steph takes all the highlights and headlines with his talent, but the heart and soul of that team is Draymond. He's the engine that makes that team go. He's the voice in that locker room. He's been time and time again. It's to the point where, and I witnessed it with my own eyes, to where the coaching staff is listening to Draymond. That's how important his voice and role is to this Warriors team. So that was just on full display. And like I said, I think the team heard him.
He's got full trust because he called for a review. They didn't even look at the video. They just let Draymond do it. I mean, it didn't work. But, full trust.
Yeah, and I felt like if he was talking to somebody, he put an address on it.
That's fair, too.
Yeah, for sure.
I kind of like the periodic check-ins. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, he's here.
Yes,
John Wall's back, baby. We'll be right back. So serious.
What you looking at, bro?
Ain't no fatigue, no, we never sleep, yo, we in the gym.
Behind the back, John Wall with some nasty stuff.
You know the man, you know the man.
Pretty excited about today. It's like a reunion of sorts for Boogie and Kentucky, guys. So here we go. John Wall is here. Welcome, by the way, and thanks for getting up early with us. Can you just share a little Boogie at Kentucky story time that you have, that you can share with us?
Stories with him?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I got a great story for him.
Okay, go ahead.
My mom brought some snacks one time. He had no snacks. And I wake up in the middle of the night, he's stealing all my snacks.
Wait, what kind of, hold on, because now I need, what kind of snacks? Was it candy?
Bro, tell the truth, bro.
Any type of snacks. He knows the truth. That's why he's making that face.
That's not how the story goes. That's your story.
How the story goes.
How the story goes.
That is how the story goes.
Francis said she bought snacks for both of us.
Okay.
So when you went to sleep, I went and got my portion of the snacks.
So if she bought them for both of us, why do you wait till I go to sleep to steal your
snacks? Because that's when I got hungry, John.
Yeah, all right.
Wait, did you leave any snacks behind?
Of course. I just got my portion of the snacks. Francis told me it was cool. I got you and John some snacks.
I said, thanks, Mom.
When I got hungry, I went and got my portion. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I don't know if I believe you. And then you get a little reunion time in the NBA down in Houston. What was that like for you guys?
It was full circle. It was fun. It was exciting to be back with my brother. It was very easy. I mean, it was different points of our career where he wasn't the guys, where he was in Sacramento and D.C., but just to be in the same locker room, be able to play basketball with him, it was so easy flowing, and we really didn't have to worry about knowing how to compete or make each other better when we were between those lines.
What'd you think?
Basically, the same thing you said, full circle moment. Obviously, it wasn't under the circumstances that we would have liked it to be, but, we made the best of it like we do in any other situation. We took advantage of it, got to, bond over, different weeks, months that we were there. We were probably there, 3 months? So, good time.
Yeah, and it was COVID.
Yeah. Boom, boom room.
COVID. Okay, here we go.
Shout out to the boom, boom room.
Shout out. Stupid. Recently retired, and I know from years of talking to guys, that is probably the most difficult moment when you have to figure out, all right, this is it. Like, how have you been handling it? Is it different feeling than you thought it would be?
Yeah, it's super different because I didn't end on the terms I wanted to. But that's sometimes how the nature of life goes. I think just me getting an opportunity to be in sports analyst and broadcasting, and that just popping up, coming out of nowhere, that kind of made it easier for me. But I'm also enjoying the time I get to watch my boys grow. You know what I mean? They're 6 and 5. They're in first and kindergarten, and they're getting into sport. So if I was playing, you kind of miss those times of traveling a lot. So I'm enjoying that process now. But it's bittersweet, but I'm super excited for my next chapter, next role. So I'm embracing it with all arms.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And congratulations, bro. Now you on the media side.
Appreciate it.
We all in. We got the microphones in front of us. So I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to have you put your analyst hat on for us. You know, obviously, Nico Harrison was fired yesterday down in Dallas. And, you know, one of your Kentucky brothers in AD is still down there. Give me your thoughts. Total rebuild, blow it up, or do you build around AD? Do you wait for Kyrie to come back? What would you do if you were in that position?
For me, I wish that AD was like, injuries are part of the game. You know, we can't control that. And, that's what AD's kryptonite has been the last couple of years of most of his career. I wish he was healthy so they could try to see what they have and wait till Kyrie come back. But I think at this point, AD's probably done with it. To be honest, I don't want to speak for him, but he's probably want to move forward. And, you can't believe everything you hear on the news, but you've been hearing he want to go back to Chicago and see what's going on. So I think they're trying to blow it up, build around Cooper Flag, get rid of some of the other pieces. But I had one of those dark horse teams, if they could stay healthy, keep AD there, and let Kyrie come back, I feel like they could have been a team in the West. But I think with Nico Harrison firing, I think they might end up going in a different direction.
On Monday, I had comments saying that the Clippers season was over. You spent your last season playing with them. How do you feel moving forward about their season, where they are right now?
Well, for one, I think on paper, everybody looked at it, it looked so great and special. But a lot of those guys are older and not in their prime of their career anymore. I think the most important thing, everybody has always said, of all three of us being to play with the Clippers, is health. Can they stay healthy? Can they be a team that figured out? I think with Brad going down, that's definitely going to hurt them unless they get that injury exception that they can try to find somebody or hopefully make a big trade. But they lost their last 6 games. They've been struggling. Kawhi hasn't been there with ankle injury. Brad just had the hip thing where he's done for the season. And James is trying to hold the fort by himself. So I don't think there's one of those teams that has a chance to win a championship like everybody thought at the beginning of the season.
It feels like we ask you all bad news, but I want to ask you about the Washington Wizards. I want to ask you about the Wizards too, man. It looked like they just can't get right. I need you to put your GM hat on again. And what would be next steps for Washington to get right? They got some young pieces around there that that can help them win some games, but it just seemed like from top to bottom over the last 6-7 years or so, they just haven't been able to get their footing right. What's going on in Washington?
Well, I think the number one thing is, they just changed their front office guys, so you got to see what they want to do and how they want to build it out. And just me getting the job to work for Monumental Sports, just trying to talk to the GM and figure out which way they're going. I think the most important thing, Lou and Boog, is you got to find a franchise guy. I don't think they have a franchise guy yet. Alex Sarr is taking the right steps of getting better in his second year. Coulibaly is coming back. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Keyshawn George is a great bright spot for them. Trey Johnson, a rookie coming in, he's trying to figure out his niche. But I think for them, until you find your franchise guy, you don't know who to build around. So I think the most important thing for them is just trying to be competitive and try to fight and win games. And so the fan base has to be very patient with those guys.
God, you weren't kidding, man. You go from 0 to 100 in the broadcasting world because you're doing the Wizards. You got the Amazon Prime. When you're doing Wizards, do you see your jersey hanging up in those rafters at some point?
That's the ultimate goal. I think anybody that plays basketball want to see their jersey up in the rafters or even get to the Hall of Fame. That's not up for me to talk about. I think my play, what I did for the community, speaks for itself. I let everybody else do the talking for me. But I definitely would love to see my jersey up there one day for sure.
That's an easy call.
Yeah, that's easy.
Right?
You definitely deserve to be up there, bro.
Yeah, we protesting if it don't happen. They got 2 years to get it done. If we in the streets, if they don't do it in 2 years.
Can we do the kickback?
2 years.
Can we do the kickback like the
more
Mavericks?
than 8 people.
Yeah,
for sure.
Kickback party.
Yeah, they got some good jerseys up. All right.
Well, bro, you were part of a dynamic duo with Bill in Washington. So I want to do a little fun game with you. 2-on-2 tournament is Maxey, VJ. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and you and Brad Beal. Who are the winners of that, in your opinion?
We win. Yeah. We winning.
You thought he was going to say something different than that?
I'm going to tell you exactly why we going to win.
Oh, I like that.
I tell you exactly why we win, and it's not just because of me and Brad. Out of all those point guards, Maxey and Garland, they definitely shoot the ball better. They're very explosive. But we both can guard. I take pride in guarding my position. And I don't think none of those guards can stop me. And then if you try to put the point guard on Brad, they're too small. So I feel like we win that. But those are two great backcourts. Donovan Mitchell is having a hell of a year so far. The main important thing is can Garland stay healthy. I think he re-injured his toe recently. And VJ Edgecombe has surprised me a lot what he has done offensively. I knew he was great defensively. I knew he was athletic. He had a great couple of games early on, but I think he's still trying to find his niche. But Maxey is a guy that's balling. You know, another Kentucky guy. You know how it goes.
Yeah. And another duo you guys can put in there is right now we're talking about Luka and Austin Reeves being another dynamic duo.
Yeah.
And out in L.A., they're trying to figure out how they're going to work LeBron back in there. But they had a big blowout loss yesterday. Do they need LeBron back ASAP, or do you feel comfortable where the Lakers are as structured?
You know how I go, Lou. You know, like, the team be winning, everybody playing well. They be like, okay, we don't need Bron back. Let him take as long as he want. I think with them is just we all trying to figure out what LeBron role is going to be when he come back. You know what I mean? For his whole career, he's always been ball dominant, been that guy. I think now when he got to L.A. and Luka got there, he's been trying to take the back seat. This is his time to be a guy that can just run a lot of pick and rolls and be in a short roll situation where now he's rolling to the rim. Either he's dunking on your center or throwing lobs to Aiden or kicking out for threes.
Be a playmaker.
I think they need him for the long haul, but I think at the same time, you know, you just seen a championship team that don't have two of their starters and two of their main guys come in and put belt to the Lakers. I mean, I think that lets you know how far ahead the OKC Thunder is. Like, no matter who steps on the floor with their organization, their coaching staff, and with Shea being a leader, they feel confident they could be anybody.
It's a kind of crazy. Okay, I wonder when people turn on them. You know how sometimes when people are too good, people start to turn. It's coming. I mean, we're idiots.
2-3 more championships.
This is what we do.
I think nobody's turned on them too early because, like I said, it don't matter who they put out there.
Yeah.
And I looked at a prime example. You look at Mitchell. Last year he was a rookie, came in, but he played in certain matter games like regular season playoffs. Even though he didn't play well or play big minutes, he found a rhythm. So now this year, he's getting a chance to start. He's feeling comfortable. He's averaging like 15, 16 a game. And that's giving him the extra ball handle they don't have with Jalen Williams. So they don't have to rush him back no time soon.
It's a pretty nice luxury they have out there. Talking about Wemby, it's been an interesting season, sort of just listening to everybody on all the different broadcasts across the nation, like just trying to describe what they see when they see him play. What do you see? Like, how are the ways that you've described Wemby when you're watching?
Don't they call him an alien?
Yeah, call him an alien.
Alien, unicorn.
There's nothing you can do with it. It's not, whatever you want to call. One thing I said, though, I was like before, when he struggled those two games, how like Phoenix guarded him, and then he went to the Nets game, I was like, when they played the Lakers, when he catch the ball in the post, he don't have to rush. Like, he's 7'4", 7'5". He don't have to rush. I think sometimes he catches, he's already thinking about scoring. I'm like, now you just got to, as a player and as a team, to watch film. If they're sending two, somebody has to flash at a nail. You keep a great shoot on the opposite end, and I think that'll help him out. But when he got it going, it's nothing you can do.
I know Boogie's like, he's a fast track to being the best player, but then we got Jokic, who every single time you think you want to name someone else best player, he drops 55.
He don't count. What he did last night don't count. He got 25 in the first quarter, 33 at half. And it's a guy that, well, I don't want to speak for because I never played with him, but you know, you've been around him, but he makes it look so effortless, like he doesn't care about basketball. You know what I mean? And that's the frustrating part about everything. You got guys that put all the work in, have to do all this, and he just out there floating. Like, he had one floater last night. I looked at it in the bench. Chris Paul just was like, he went right-hand floater over everybody. Derrick Jones trying to jump to the sky. He just makes the game so easy and make it so effortless that I told a lot of people, Cam Johnson to figure it out that he's finally getting all these open shots. And Tim Hardaway, you see him, he's trying to find his rhythm now because these guys has probably never been this open in so many years been in the NBA that they know they're going to get probably 7 to 10 wide open threes. And if you're a knockdown shooter, that's easy for you.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. It's a lot of great guard play in the league right now. Is there anybody you love watching playing right now?
Shea.
Couldn't agree.
It's like you already can't stop him. You know, I mean, the floor is so spaced. And one thing he gets away with is that shoulder bump. Mm-hmm. And once he gets to that, there's nothing you can do. So I think he's got to be that guy. But my favorite guy would be Anthony Edwards. I mean, just the way he competes on both ends of the floor. He doesn't back down from anybody. I mean, he goes at the old heads. He's a young guy that's trying to go at all the old heads. I just hope he can get to the next step of, being in 2 Western Conference Finals in a row. He's trying to get to that finals. And I think for them, they got to figure out what they're going to do with their bench. I think losing Nikhil Alexander-Walker was a big piece for them.
Oh, I think we're going to have a nice little, technology's about to kick in. Coach is joining us now. John Calipari is
Who
on
is
the
that?
show.
Oh,
Whoa!
man. You got that burgundy maroon on.
I know. Wait, okay, yeah, let's
How
start
y'all feel
there.
about that maroon on, Coach?
what's
How y'all
up?
feel about that?
I'm happy for Coach, man. Wherever Coach at, man, I'm happy for Coach.
That was a good answer, Boogie. You want to answer too?
John's
or?
always
Boogie ain't
politically
answering
right.
like that.
How you doing, Coach? How's it going this morning?
I'm doing good. And it's great to see those two right there.
I know, I feel like...
They were 18. 18. You imagine? Oh,
No.
my gosh. And let me just tell you, first, John Wall came to me one day and said, Eric Bledsoe doesn't think he's going to be a first-round draft pick. And I said, well, what are we going to do about that? Then we both got to work on it. But John was concerned about a teammate as he was playing well. DeMarcus, look, first of all, when he went in the league, I said, I don't care if you play him 4 or 5, he's going to be in the top 3 at either position. And when he was with us, like, look, the only issue we had one day, he didn't want to run.
Didn't want to run?
Hey,
Boy, feet caught on fire.
Did he say, this is not an exaggeration, did he say my feet are on fire? My feet are on fire.
Yeah, he said, well, my feet burn. I'm stopping. He threw his shoes and went and sat in the corner like a sad kid.
And then all I said, I walked over and I go, so your feet are burning, huh? Yeah, okay. Now, you know, if you can't make these runs, I'm never going to start you. Now, you'll play, and I love you, and we'll help you. You will never start, ever. You do understand. He never missed another run.
Okay.
There you go.
All right,
Coachable.
So this is about the 1,000th time telling this story. Let's retire it after the day.
You don't like that story?
No, I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
I mean, I now that I get to work with Boogie every day, it's like, oh, are people coachable? Like, I feel like that's the thing. Like, how would you describe them as being coachable players for you?
Well, look, both of these two, to be what they were, you have to have big egos. You have to really believe in yourself, or you're not going to be special. So me having to deal with it, like John, I said, look, you're not leaving here by yourself. You're taking people with you. You take them all if you want. I didn't realize he'd take 4 other guys and I'd lose my whole team. And then look, DeMarcus, his saying, I got to give up a little bit as I grow and do this. But he and I never, I got mad at him and I'd go on, but we never had any issues. I mean, not one. I never had an issue with him. And so why was that, DeMarcus? Why you and I never had an issue? I'll tell one John issue, but you and I never had an issue.
I ain't want no smoke, Coach. I knew whose show it was. I ain't want no smoke, Coach.
Now, y'all had one fake issue, though. After the game, he subbed out. He thought you was about to say something, hit him. You just gave him a hug. He was like, come on, man. Go on,
when
Coach.
he put Indiana, when he put him in the headlock.
He was nervous that day.
He thought I was going to come and scream. John walked in. We play a basketball game, and it's later in the year, and everybody's saying, we got to stop John Wall. So they were doing whatever they had to, and all of a sudden the thing got harder. Like, it was hard now. At times you had guys not playing him, backing up, so when he had his speed, they were back there to meet him. So he comes in after a game and says, Coach, you know I love you. I go, what? What did you do? Did you say something? What did you say? So after the game, I guess, what'd he say, DeMarcus? He goes and says, I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, I go, no shit. You're being guarded. I'm going to have to now. It's hard. This stuff is hard.
Coach, do you remember what you said to me the first practice?
I can't remember what I said in yesterday's practice. Go ahead.
Well, let me refresh your memory. It was, you know, I came out of high school, you know, I thought I was this point forward, Lamar Odom style type of guy, whatever the case may be. So first practice, I grab a rebound, take off. No turnover, nothing. You stopped the practice, blew the whistle, and you, like, lost it. Like, what the f are you doing? I'm like, what did I do wrong, coach? He was like, I got the #1 point guard in the world, and I got my center bringing the ball up the court. I never want to see that again. And I'm just like, coach, but you told me I could come here and do that. No, I didn't. Now get a ball to John Wall. And in that moment, I'm like, this guy lied to me.
Now, here's how I didn't lie to him. Here's how recruiting went. I said, what position do you want to play? He said, I want to be a guard. Ooh. Now, I wanted the kid, so I said, all right, you can be a guard. Now, we do post up our guards a lot. I want you to know that.
See? See?
Hey, yo.
You just have to figure out. You just have to figure out the word.
It worked out for the best, Coach. I appreciate you.
I'm sure y'all can tell stories all day long about that season. John Boogie, what are some of the memorable moments that you guys remember from Coach Cal, other than those?
Man, it's so many, man.
Hold on. How about that one?
Call me? Oh, that was pretty brutal, man. When my number was leaked, when my number was leaked to the Mississippi State fan base, and they harassed me for about a week straight, all the way up into the game.
You know, my nerves.
Yeah, to the point where I had to change my phone number. Like, it was crazy. So that was a pretty cool moment.
So he goes and wins the game, and he's running down the court going like that.
Yeah, you know that, Coach. But my favorite moment, honestly, was probably John's first, like, superstar moment when he, I think you missed, the first 2 games of the season, right? First 2 or 3, and first game back, comes in and hits a huge game winner for us. I believe it was against Sam Houston, if I'm correct.
No, Miami of Ohio.
Miami of Ohio.
Correct.
Remember that one kid?
Yes,
Miami of Ohio.
So for me, that was...
We're down 18.
Yeah, just to see him turn into that superstar in a live moment, that was incredible. So that was a dope moment.
Here's the play I like. Breakaway, on the road, crossover, boom, boom, left, what? Bam.
Oh, absolutely.
Where was it?
Indiana.
Yes, it was.
That's about the outlet pass that Danny Orton threw?
Yes. Yeah.
I love the memories.
I
think my fun moment. I think I have 2. Like, just us, like our coach got all of us is like being McDonald's All-American superstars, or just being those guys that all average 20 plus coming into college to get us all play as one. I mean, most guys try to duck that smoke and not play with other great players, and it kind of hurts when they get to the league. We had the opportunity to play with a lot of great players, and then the other one would be the tournament book, the big shot against Mississippi State. I mean, we don't supposed to win that championship game. And I tackled the hell out you after you scored the layup.
My nose still messed up from that, by the way.
Coach talking about we ain't win the game. Get back over into the huddle. We got overtime.
My nose still messed up, John, just so you know. Like,
you was fine. You was fine.
Isn't that, though, having young players like that? And so we'll give you the scenario. They're beating us. Mississippi State's beating us. And all of a sudden we make a comeback, and my man makes a basket to go to overtime. And John runs down DeMarcus, tackles him under the table, the press table. Those 2 are rolling around like 2 12-year-olds. And I'm like, dudes, the game ain't over.
What are you doing?
It's overtime. Let's, But that's the great thing, that what John said. I've been able to recruit young people like those 2 who accept that I can give up a little bit and gain a lot. And I can do this together. And the only way you can really enjoy a team sport is if you care about one another. If Eric Bledsoe was on this call, or Darius, or whoever was else on that team, you would say, wow, these guys, and that's a big thing. Going to that next league, you better be understanding how, look, I got to do this with everybody else. But here's the other thing. All those guys, those 2 you're talking to, Eric at times, I could go to Devin, I could go right down the line. They were not volume shooters for me, but they were 30 of them were volume shooters in the NBA. So don't tell me you got to shoot 30 a game in college to be able to do that in the NBA. You just got to be a really good player.
Absolutely.
Seems simple and logical enough. Of course, I have to be the negative one for 1 second here, but you learn from adversity, right? So you lose to West Virginia. Who wants to take that one, Coach? Perspective-wise, what happened?
They played and how about this? The guy, yes, we couldn't make we went for 2 games and went 0 for 22 from the 3. And they played a 1-3-1 zone. Probably DeMarcus would have said you should have just thrown it to me more, and he may have been right because the way we shot it. But who made shots for them that we weren't even guarding?
Coach Mazzulla.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
Joe
He
Mazzulla.
made 3. He had a curveball.
That's
And
crazy.
he curved like 4 balls, like we weren't guarding him. Like, do not guard him. And that
the
dude
game
made
of
like
his life.
4 threes and cost us a chance for a national title.
How pissed were y'all that Duke won?
Oh, come on.
We was very pissed because we were supposed to play them next game. We was hot. You know that, Lou.
Nation doesn't like
We
that.
100% thought like, we were gonna make
was the
history.
matchup.
We didn't think anybody had a chance against us. Our confidence was through the roof. We were fearless. We had a coach that put a battery in our back. We had a leader in John. Like, man,
All the parts was there.
All the confidence was there. Everybody accepted their role. Everybody got along. We thought it was ours. It's just that's how college works, though. It's one bad game, and
You let Duke win it all.
Yeah, that sucks. That definitely
A lot
sucks.
of
And then what you said, the difference in the NBA, you can recover.
Absolutely.
In college, you have one bad game, or one guy plays poorly, or one guy on the other team plays out of his mind. Like, what just happened? Your season's over. It makes it hard. But let me tell you, I still had a ball coaching that team. A ball coaching that team. And I had a ball watching them all just continue to grow. First of all, as men. Both of these two, so close to moms, it was crazy. You talk about mama's boys? Oh my God. Both of these two. And DeMarcus, if you don't mind, I'm gonna tell your mom's story. She calls me, and John's knew what I felt about Frances, Miss Frances. She was, the only reason John came with me was because of his mom, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's.
You're 1,000% right.
But DeMarcus's mom calls me, and she's crying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, something happened to Grandma. And she said, no. I said, what? I'm in my new house. What? DeMarcus got me in my new house. I got wood floors, Coach. I got this beautiful fireplace. Coach, I'm looking out. And I see the 9th green. I go, what? You're on a golf course? Yes. And I go, do you golf? She goes, oh, no. I said, why a golf course? Because I can.
I love that. You know
and
what?
that story
amazing.
says it all. And why I'm still trying to do what I'm doing and loving it. Because you see, my dad was a baggage handler. My mom worked in the high school cafeteria. And I got to help prepare young people like these two to do things and change their people, everyone around them, what they've done and how they've done it and what they become. I was there when I saw them. You know, we won't go over some high school issues. You know, what do you two? We won't talk about them. But
Leave mine alone.
But at the end of the day, it's amazing when good people come together, you can do stuff, and then everybody benefits. But you can't do it if you don't have good people like those two. It won't work. Because one guy can say, I'm not part of this, and then it screws everybody up.
This is awesome. I love that this all worked out perfectly. John, best of luck. Welcome to the media side of things. I hope you'll get a kick out of it. And thanks for joining us. And, Coach, you're sticking around, yeah? We'll talk to you after the break.
I'll do whatever you need. You got me for about another 72 seconds.
Okay, we'll make that work. We'll make that work. We'll be right back.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all go.
Run it back, run it up, run it back.
Welcome back. I honestly could have just sat there and listened to you guys wax poetic about the past forever.
Absolutely.
I think that was kind of fun.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was dope, man. I needed that today.
Did you like that?
Yeah. Nice little reunion.
I know. Well, good, because Coach is still here, so we have more questions for him. We're gonna get you back into it. Coach, I know you mentioned somewhere in here the 2010 draft because everybody went in that one. Boogie, John, Patterson, Bledsoe, Orton. And you said it was the biggest draft in Kentucky's history. It was like a huge day for Kentucky. Do you still stand by that? Has anything changed that?
Yeah, but we've had 2 different classes that had 6 players drafted. That was 5 first-round draft picks. I don't think it'll ever be done again from one team. And, and I said the biggest day, but people got mad at me because we didn't win a national title. How can that be a big day? How about if you're one of those 5 families? Was it a big day?
Absolutely.
Yes, it was a big day.
Absolutely.
So, that's why I said it. We've had 4 lottery picks from 2 different teams, but it's what they talked about. Do you want to play with other good players, or do you want to just be the best guy in the gym because you think it's the easiest way to get where you're trying to go? Well, I want to take the most shots. Do you want to take it now or in the NBA where you're a volume shooter? I mean, but it's hard. You got to sacrifice a little bit. You got to give up a little bit. When you're bringing a new team, you got to fail fast and you got to learn fast and you got to focus. You got to, it's hard.
Coach, what was your best team?
Well, the national championship team in 2012 was a hell of a team. The team in 15-16 where I platooned because guys came back, hell of a team. And the 2010 team, hell of a team. The Marcus Camby team with Edgar and Carmelo and Dana Dingle, Dante Bright, that team, Final Four at UMass, really good. And Derrick Rose's team with Chris Douglas and Antonio and Robert and Joey Dorsey, that team.
Oh, yeah.
So you talk about 5 of my teams. Those teams were some of the best.
That Memphis team was one of my favorites, yeah.
And here's the crazy thing. They all won 38 games. Well, that's the most in the history of the NCAA. They won 38 or 35, 36, but 3 of them won 38.
Sure.
You labeled the Godfather of the one and done. By the way, this feels like an eternity ago when we were talking about one and done and everyone thought you were evil because these guys aren't ready for the league, this, that, and the other. What is it that would make you mad when people would say that? Like, what weren't they getting?
Well, what made me mad is, and I'd come back, well, what if it were your son? Would you want him to go back for 4 years, maybe get hurt, maybe damage himself, maybe not have the opportunity? I mean, Reed Sheppard and Robert Dillingham both made over $25 million in this contract. It's crazy. And I know DeMarcus looks at this stuff and says, yeah, we got cheated. Because that was, you think about it, that's their first contract and it's 28 and 25 million. I always would say, what if it were your child? The one that used to make me mad was when coaches would say, we'll never do this. I'm about graduating kids. And then within 1 year, those guys, the ones that said it, started taking kids 1 year, 1 year players.
Coach, with all this NIL money floating around, does it make college hoops feel more professional, more like the NBA now?
If I can't be transformational in what I do, and it becomes transactional, then I won't do this. If you watch me coach this team, you couldn't tell who's making what. But I also know I can't, as in the NBA, you can do this. I can't pay a kid or give an offer to a kid that's 4 to 5 times more than the rest of the guys on the team. Mm-hmm. How do you coach that team?
Right.
I don't know. My guys are all doing well, but there's no one that's making 3 to 4 times more. I just think it would be hard. I made the statement, if you put your name in the portal, you're not coming back here, mainly because I'm not going to get in a bidding war. I'm not going to do that because then it's transactional. So yes, here's what we got to do. You can't transfer 4 times. You can't, because you'll never get a college degree and you're only doing it for money. And now all of a sudden everybody's moving and you can't. You can transfer once without penalty. You made a mistake. The coach lied to you like I lied to DeMarcus. All that stuff. You can do it once. But after that, you got to sit out. Here's the other one. Why are players trying to stay 8 or 9 years in college?
Right.
For money.
Sure.
Well,
Absolutely.
You can't be a 30-year-old with 3 kids, your second wife, and still playing in college. You can't.
It's a little weird, but yeah.
You just can't do it. So I really don't care what they make money-wise. There should probably be a collective bargain, and here's the number. And here's a uniform contract. And here's what the transfer and how long you could stay in college and this and this. Even if the money's double what they're making right now, I wouldn't care. But the transfer stuff makes it hard for me to do what I do. My 18-year-olds, we were the youngest team in the SEC last year. My guess is we'll be one of the youngest this year. But these other teams' average age is 25, 26. If our average age is 19 or 20, how fair is that for my freshmen to have to go against a 26-year-old? And that's where I'm saying, and I don't begrudge anybody for taking a 28-year-old because you're allowed. I don't say don't do it. Do it if you want to do it. It's legal. We have to get some guardrails. I don't care about the money. Give them whatever you think you should be giving them. I'm saying for me to do my job, you can't just have kids leave left and right. And if they leave us, then you probably already had an offer, which means the other guy tampered.
Right.
So you already had an offer, and that's why you're putting your name in, and I'm okay with that.
That's real. Hey, Coach, was there ever a player you recruited really, really hard and wasn't able to seal the deal with?
Oh, many. And you know what's crazy? That they knew before I did that they probably weren't right for this kind of situation. Because I said it to you. This ain't for everybody now.
Absolutely.
This is not for everybody. It's really hard. You really sacrifice. If you're not committed, you're going to be a sore thumb. You'll be out there because the other guys are committed. If you're into all the other stuff, you wouldn't do this. So, yeah, and I also miss some guys that I wish I would have had a chance to coach. I've had some guys come back and say to me, I probably should have done this with you. And that's fine. But, here's the great thing. I got the guys I was supposed to, and we've done pretty good.
Absolutely. Coach, hypothetically speaking, if you had a kid about to enter college and he couldn't play for you, who would you want him to play for?
Ooh.
Good question. If you're talking about a young man that, if he does this right, can leave after a year or two, you got to look at those programs that have done that. If you're talking about who's a man that I want them to play for, it would be like my Rick Barnes, Tom Izzo, Mark Few, guys that are great people that can really coach, that aren't under the position that if they don't do this, they could get fired. No. And you know what's great? I've been fired, and it was okay. But if you're walking in and they've never developed young people that way, or their job's on the line, I'm like, why would you do that? But I'm not telling you not to. You do what you need to do, because young people have to make their own decisions. The problem right now is there are more people around these young people than ever before. Why do you guys think there are more people all of a sudden surrounding these kids?
Because there's more money.
There you go. So now all of a sudden, You're not dealing with parents who love their son. You're also dealing with people around who absolutely love money. And so now they're pushing him, and you're like, why would you do that? My thing is, you don't be tripping over nickels to try to get to 100 million. You don't. You understand, if you're trying to do something special, it is going to be so hard. And if anybody paints a picture that it's going to be easy, if it starts with a lie, it's a lie. And so this stuff that these kids are doing, I feel bad. I mean, I told my players, you know, the mental health issue. I'm going to give you one. 4 transfers. He left. He did it all for the money. At the end of 4 years, can he get a degree? No. Not by transferring like that. So now he's out. He's done. He goes to get a job. They were giving him $500,000-$600,000. He was a good player, not a great player. $500,000-$600,000 a year, and he just kept transferring to do it. Where he finished, they have no loyalty to a mercenary. So that state, that school, we paid you, you did your thing, now beat it. He gets offered a job for $55,000, $60,000. The guy thinks he offered him a great deal of money, and the kid says, $60,000? Do I have to show up to work? Do you get me an apartment? How about food? Do I get food? You do get me a car. And the guy that offers the job says, you know what, maybe this isn't the right place for you. You're talking about mental health. This is fugazi money. It's fugazi. And I've said it for 3 years. What are we doing to these young people? Everybody's just concerned about money. The money. And all of a sudden, I don't care about the money. So I don't know.
There's a big change overnight without a lot of rules in place, which is now sort of toothpaste back in the tube moment for everybody. Coach, honestly, I could listen to 1,000 stories from you. We appreciate the time so much. Are you okay? We're going to say goodbye to the hoodie. You good?
Appreciate you, Coach. Love you. Love you. You deserve all the flowers in the world. You the GOAT. You know that. Well, keep your head up. Good luck this season.
Give all the family a hug from me.
Yes, sir. Will do. Appreciate you, Coach.
All right. Bye-bye.
Run it up, run it